Coldest, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top number 50, you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. To the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. Eyeball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good evening all, welcome back to VP4TV. We have the one lost side match coming up in 4 minutes time, or scheduled to come up in, is it 4 minutes time or is it 2 minutes time? I'm trying to see the clock. Yeah, 4 minutes time. And it's between Stubb, Real Poland Power, but Real Poland Power doesn't fit on the lower third, so he's going to be called by what I call him all the time. Anyway, Stubb representing the United States, Coldest Pillow representing Wales, and that will be a race to 13 at that top of the hour. That will clash with Friday Night 9-Ball, which tonight is being hosted by Slim on his Twitch channel. You should know how to get to his Twitch channel by now. Now this match will go ahead on the basis that Stubb's going to show up and he's not going to bottle out. If that's the case, it'll be a real surprise that he's going to bottle out on it. I don't think he will. I think he'll face up to it like a man and probably run like a little girl before they end it again. Anyway, he's got a task in his hand tonight because he's on a downward spiral, Stubb. And solely because he doesn't play. And he's still got an idea in his head that because he doesn't play, he can still play at any appreciable level. Yes, he can pop balls, but he's really struggled in this 10-footer. And this is really the first big challenge now he's going to have on the one-loss side, amongst others, even if he progresses tonight. Coldest Pillow, trying to make a breakthrough in these big tournaments. And, of course, he's going to have to do it the hard way as well. We had a great match last night with Albinario and Spectre Dawn. I did have a technical problem last night. We did get it resolved eventually. And Albinario won in a very close final couple of racks. And if you didn't get to see it, that's a spoiler, but you can still watch it on my YouTube channel. Stubb, if he's going to do his usual thing, he's going to come in at the last minute. Because there's no sign of him there at the moment. I don't know how many's in Friday Night 9-ball. It doesn't look as if there's an awful lot of bodies here that would be playing in the tournament. The usual ones would be Larry and Spectre Dawn, if he's around. And I don't see him. Maybe he's giving it a break. I don't know. But anyway, Slim will cover that, whatever the eventuality is. So we've got Cobra's prediction 13-10. I'd go along with that. I would go along with that. You know, it could a bit. Then again, it could be the other way. It could be 13-4 to Coldest Pillow because Stubb's been really bad. And I think the problem for Stubb in his last match is that his opponent wasn't up to punishing him for all the mistakes he made. And Coldest Pillow should be good enough to do that. There's the shot choices and stuff like that I've still got to be good. And I think that's where Coldest Pillow maybe needs to iron out his game a wee bit, especially if he's planning to go deeper in the tournament. So it's knocking on the door of 7 o'clock. In fact, it is 7 o'clock. So that room is going to be going up in any second now. And we'll get ready to get in. In fact, we'll get in. And we'll see if Stubb's going to show now. I am not going to be contacting him on Facebook. He's either going to show up or he's not. But I'm not going to be harassing him or reminding him or anything like that. He knows fine well the match is on. So he'll just be watching the clock ticking down if his planned assault is going to be turning up at the last minute. So hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. And again, there seems to be, I've changed the chat on screen, but now there seems to be the problem of the chat all coming through on my phone and only one line of chat coming up on the screen. I don't know what the hell that is. Maybe it's just because I've reloaded the screen. We'll see if that will fill up eventually. So Stubb has got the full 10 minutes to get in. If you have a disconnect during the match, you have 5 minutes to get in, I think. Unless that's changed. Welcome to Bill. But I haven't seen Stubb online this afternoon. I've sort of dropped in now and again and I look around. I was watching that match with John Higgins and Mark Selby. Goodness me, that was over 5 hours to play 9 frames of snooker. 5 hours, unbelievable. And John Higgins still lost out. In fact, they were going so slow that they had to bring the other 2 boys out to play in the second table. That wasn't planned. They were planning to play them both in the one table, but they took that long. Right, Stubb is in. He's on the right-hand side. No mention from Steve that he was intended to be here. If he is, he'll show up in the room. Again, this is Friday. I think it's usually golf day for Steve. Now Stubb's going to come up with the problem that he can't play or he can't see. Oh no, he's typing bullshit. That's what he's doing. Right, anyway, off we go. And I think Stubb's won this. That's a bit too heavy from Coldest Pillow. So Stubbs going to get first chance. And he's really got to improve his game.
Where's the cue ball going?
And there's a disaster right off the bat. And I need to test my replays working as well. So this is again the test for players, especially those that are looking to survive and go deeper in this tournament. Bear in mind who they may well bump into as the tournament goes on. It's the ability to get out with these opportunities. And Coldest Pillows looks as if he's going to have to come down in the short side of this 3-ball. I don't think he's got any other option really looking at this line. I mean, it's bad enough that he's cutting this 2 down the rail. And again, he's caught out the same as a lot of players have been, where he's cutting it away from the rail. And he still overhit it, or he underhit it if he was intended to go to the wider side of the 3-ball. And a billiard onto the 9 from Stubb. And he's got to make sure that this cue ball can get out of there. I'm just hoping he gets a bit of luck, and I don't think he's going to get it. Is that 2-ball going to run and run and run and run? Yeah. Now, the one bit of advice I would say to Coldest Pillow is don't get involved in any of the chat. Now, the double kiss has ruined that safety. And he's got a lucky bounce. So there's a first roll of the ball for Stubb this time. Well, he'll take that as far as he's played a legal shot. But Stubb can run to the long grass here. Got to come down into the kitchen. And he hasn't got there. I mean, that's actually pretty poor for Stubb not to actually get to in the kitchen with that cue ball. You know, even that you've got to when you're playing safeties, you've got to get a good length in the safety if you're running for cover. Right, anyway, Coldest Pillow's got him back in trouble. And Stubb's going to bang at this. Can you just slow my mouse down a bit? Yeah. Oh, sure that Stubbs' idea of having a 10-ball tournament and a 10-foot table has all backfired on him. I think he was all for it, but he hasn't actually put any time in or been able to put any time in on this table, and that's quite clear. It's more than obvious. Well, this is touchy. There's no way you can hold it behind the 4, but it's touchy in terms of getting this cue ball away from the 3-ball itself, the 4-ball itself. And this is dodgy also because, again, there could be unwanted English in this cue ball, which makes the pot difficult because he's right over that 8-ball. Yeah, they aren't easy. But this is now a genuine chance to get this rack done. I mean, all the balls are wide open and Coldest Pillow needs to put this away now. If he doesn't do it now, he's going to lose the rack. But this cue ball's leaking away again. It's leaking away, and again, that's pretty poor control with a ball that's wide open in the middle of the table. Well, good luck with this. I'd be kicking that and calling it into the side. I think there's better odds in that happening than there is in trying to jump it. Anyway, and he's made the mistake of not calling a pocket, and there's another non-10 baller shot there, where again kicking at a ball, he's committed the one big cardinal sin in 10 ball is not calling a pocket. And no, you didn't call it. Stubbs not going to answer you, I don't think. But anyway, it was. It's a big mistake not to be in the habit of calling a pocket every time you kick, and that could really cost Coldest Pillow, because he really should have had this rack in the bag. He's got the wee angle on the 7. He's got to make sure he's high enough on the table. And that'll do. So there's a rack thrown away there by Coldest Pillow. Poor positional shot. And also bad habit that he's got where he's not calling the kick. And he's paid the price because of it. That's how you learn. You learn the hard way. Now, what the hell's happened to my little logo thing? Now, I changed it. Just give me a minute while he's finishing this off. Yeah, try and fix that. Hang on a minute. He'll pot that 10 ball, or he should do, and I'll try and fix this damn thing. It's annoying me. Right, anyway, he's won it. We'll see the break and then I'll fix it. Well, he's got a ball. And he's not really got a shot. He's got a thin shot if he wants it. 2 seconds. I'll be back. Right, apologies for that. That's me done messing about. In fact, well, hold on a second. I need to sort the replay thing again. That'll not take long. Right, we're good to go now. Well, we're going to probably see Coldest Pillow tie this up. He's trying to hold this cue ball. Well, the 8 ball's well off the rail. I mean, how stupid is Coldest Pillow? He's saying, can't talk on my shot, please. This is him talking to Stubb. Has he not watched Stubb often enough to know what Stubb's like? He says, it's rude, and then Stubb says, you will be whooped, so it don't matter. I mean, he's getting involved in conversation with stuff, which is his biggest failing, you know, because that's taking your mind off what you're here to do. And he's going to walk right into Stubbs' trap. Right, I hope everything's okay now. I've managed to sort that viewer count thing, or at least for the time being I have. So we're one apiece. One ball has gone in the break. Stubbs got no shot. And rather than play a push out, he's played a kick, which is came no good. Now here's a table that's pretty good. Now this, I think he can hold this for the 4 in the left side pocket. So everything looks good here. Slightly the wrong angle in the 4, I think. No, he's okay. Now he needs to get an angle to get out for this 6. Now this has got to be stunned firm if you're going to try and get out. And he's got there. So okay so far. And this is the one that will make or break it. Get up past the 10 ball. Now what's the line like he's got? That'll do it. Now again, the decision has to be made here. He's got a slight angle he can work with. Trying to get up to take it in the side. And he's... let's have a look at that. He can hold off that for the 10. So Coldest pillow. Gets himself in front. Well, something went in the right side pocket, but he's got no shot in the 1. And again, this is where you've got to get wise if you're going to play a push. Because that line of balls there on the left of that 1 ball is just asking to be ducked behind. It'd be far better probably leaving an edge in this 1 ball. May well get put back in. Well, that's not leaving an edge. That's leaving the full ball, and that's no good. Stubbs should have him in trouble here. Although he's calling some stupid elaborate shot. I mean, this is crazy. I think it's crazy because Stubb really can't be bothered at the end of the day. I think that's basically what he's doing. He really cannot be bothered with this and would rather it was all over. He needs to tweak this a wee bit, but he can certainly cut the 1 in. Cue ball's going to be spinning and running and might run into one of those 3 balls. Well, it's hit the 3. It's bumped to 2. And if he wants to, he can nail Stubb. I think he can. Let's have a look. Is that too tight? Aye, it's just slightly off angle, so he may well have to have a go at the pot here. That's terrible. That is very difficult. Well, he might have got enough running on it. He has just barely got enough running on it, but it was very, very dangerous to play that at that angle. You just cannot stop that cue ball leaking away, but he's got cover, but it's just barely an edge. Stop going for the jump, and he gets it. And how is he with the cue ball? Oh, no. Well, he can't. I don't think he can get enough of it to cut it into the pocket. He can call the bank, though. Held straight, that'll be a missed call. And Coldest Pillows on the 4 ball. So this is a good chance to get that gap opened. All the balls are sitting very adjacent. He doesn't have to run the cue ball. He just has to keep it in a tight area. This is the one that's going to be the decider. If he can get out, getting onto this 8. And that'll do it. Pretty good. So Stubbs now got an issue very early on in the match. He's now trailing. Is he going to capitulate to his own downfall by doing stupid stuff? Or is he going to get down and try and actually play the game? He's going to have to if he's going to survive. Now, this is where you can play the little bump and stay in the 4 ball. If you're really unlucky, you'd hook yourself, but you've got to play the little bump. And he's got them too thin. What do you do here? This is sort of in between. I mean, he can bump the 4 onto the 9 and maybe try and run behind the 6 and 10, but I don't know that that's going to be any good either. I mean, the 9 would hold the 4 in place in the middle of the table. Then it's paramount you get the cue ball in good cover. Well, that's not too bad. I mean, he's left a pot on it, and Stubb will take the bait more than likely. Now, where did he call that back? Did he call it back into this pocket? I think he must have. Welcome to Mark. No, he went for the cut. That's a great shot. Let's see if the replay's working. What a cut that was. And he should have rolled the ball and got on the 5. Well, these are the shots that catch a lot of players out. This is a wee bit more open, this 6 ball, but Stubbs got it this time. So the pressure's on even in a table like this, just to actually get out and stay in touch. Well, he should just be rolling through for this 9 into the right side so that he's got the angle. And he might have even left that a bit short. See, he's left that a bit short. He's fine. It's not a disaster, but he just needed to run another inch or two. So a quick reminder, Friday Night 9 Ball is live on Slim's Twitch channel. I don't know how many's in the tournament. I didn't look at the bracket. I didn't look at the sign-ups. Right, so now was that the 1 or the 9 ball that went this side? It wasn't either. It was the 9 ball. Aye, it was. This might work. Then again, it might not. 1 ball goes. Needs to keep running that cue ball. Well, again, it's a good table to run out. I tell you, he's just going a bit too quick for my liking, Coldest Pillow. He needs to give it a wee bit more attention to detail here, or crazy things start happening. And he's lucky there that he could squeeze that out. And he's let the cue ball leak away. And suddenly, what should have been an easy 10 ball is now a wee bit doubtful. But this for 4-2. And the ball has gone. Looks like... What has gone? The 3 ball it was. Well, this is not bad apart from where the 4 ball is right now, but he can... I mean, did you really want to get a nudge in this? It's not really sitting great. I mean, there is a combo there, but he could try and get a nudge. Or he's trying to get really tight on it in the short side past the 5. That's pretty good. That'll work. Now this doesn't need to go too straight. That's too straight. Yeah, he's managed to squeeze an angle out and get the draw. That's very well done. And so now the gap is 3. I think a couple of balls have gone there. 3's one of them. Or was it just... No, it was the 10 ball as well. The 10 balls came up. Now, while this is going on, just a quick reminder that there is a match tomorrow morning. There's only 2 on the schedule at the moment. You've got Larry versus Demon. And if you're up early for breakfast in the UK, Slim should be covering that match at 7 AM tomorrow morning. I'll be at work at that time. I've also put in the date for the World Professional Snooker Championships. That starts on Saturday the 19th of April and it runs through into the 5th of May. So we're looking to get the Virtual World Snooker Championships running concurrently with that. And I'll put that up there as a reminder for me to remind Steve. So, meanwhile, back at the table, Coldest Pillow's making his way through this rack. Now, this is a wee bit testy. Got it though. So, Stubbs now in trouble. If he wasn't already, well, this is going too square again. This is going to that spot that nobody likes. And it might be a lifeline for Stubb. Got to watch the scratch in either pocket here. And he's stuck to the rail, which is the other problem, because you can't really do a lot with the cue ball. I think he's going in the corner. Well, that's very well done. Excellent. And balls are dropping all over the place. The 3 and 4 have gone. Dodgy cut in the 1. But if he can get this, he could have a chance to really pull away in this match. That was not easy either, that one. Well, I've got a week, my last week of this financial year. I think it's the second week in March, so it's not that far away. Albinario Inspector Dawn, not Albinario Inspector Dawn, Albinario and Cobra, who are matched up on that winner's side, they have until the 24th of February to get that match arranged. So I'm reckoning that the final of this will certainly be more than likely sometime in March. I haven't looked to see what the deadline is for the final, but it's going to be approaching that sort of time scale. Well, Stubb really needs to find a way out here. He's got a nice line to get to this 6 ball, and he's just run a bit too far. Now, can he use the 10 ball to his advantage if I can get this donut to work? My donut's not working again. I don't know, it seems to be temperamental, this bloody game. It's bugged to hell. Let's see if that'll do it. There we go. It's working now. No, he's going to catch the 10 ball too thin. That's no good. Yeah, he had to give it a slam to try and go around the table. And again, just because he ran out of line, just overhit it. And for a table there, if he'd got good in that 6 ball, he was out. That's why, every game of pool or billiards or whatever is all difficult when you're struggling to get consistency on your lines. And that's pretty much a gift for Coldest Pillow. And it's not a case of hindsight, but you look at the way Stubb has performed, and I've never seen him as bad. I mean, you can blame the 10-foot table for a big part of that in reading the angles and the thing, but he is really, really showing why you can't. Well, he never dominated the game anyway, but you can't play to the same level you used to do when you don't have that time. And like was said, he's into this racing game, so he probably spends a lot of time on that rather than in virtual pool anyway, which is another reason he's not around as much. So it's all up to him. If the servers for that game all die, then that might be one reason he would come back and play a bit more virtual pool 4, which would help his tournament game in the long run. As it is, Coldest Pillow's halfway home, and will need to play some really bad stuff to allow Stubb to get back in this. So this is all about just keeping Stubb at arm's length until you get over the line. Simple as that. You don't need to do anything elaborate. You don't need to take any big risks. You just need to do your business as and when it comes. And also, when Stubb does stuff like that, take full advantage and pinch the rack off him. So he's just probably playing as bad as I would on this table. In fact, thinking about it, there we go. He says, shit game, lost interest long ago with cheats. I don't know who the cheats are. He's probably talking about Cobra. He'll bring up that final in a minute, you watch. Well, he's bumped to 10. The cue ball, as long as it keeps running, that's perfect, that'll do it. Well, is Stubb in line for another $1,000 fine? More to the point, did he get fined for that last one? I reminded Steve about it, so we'll see. So Coldest pillow with an 8-2 lead. Oh dear. Now Coldest Pillow's letting himself get distracted again. Stubb types pure shit from cheating players and the people who run this game. And then Coldest Pillow says, who's cheating? And he says, you cheated last time. I don't know what that means. I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, the more important matter is Coldest Pillow still to go over the line in this match. And that's really all that matters. And there we go, there's Cobra getting mentioned. And got away with it just like Cobra. Because you're both British. Oh dear. Anyway. We are 36 minutes into this match. It will, as it is at the moment, barely take the hour. So 9-2 to Coldest Pillow. I think that might be dry. But he's left. Has he left a gap? No, he hasn't. Yeah, Stubbs just giving it a blast. Yeah, I think Stubb will be bailing out when Coldest Pillow's trying to complete the match. I think he'll be doing the usual. Now, if you have any sort of sympathy for Stubb, it must be frustrating for him that he doesn't get to play. Now that's his choice. Like I said, he might well be doing that racing game, and that's his choice. If you have any sympathy for him, it's simply because you know he could have the genuine excuse that he doesn't have time to play. He certainly doesn't. You don't see him very often. But the other thing is that he's not really focusing hard enough. And you know, when he's signed up to the event and he's actually started playing in it, he doesn't put any time in. For some reason, he seems to think everyone will fall into place or everybody will fall around about him. And he must. I mean, it's taken him a long time to work out that you need to put in the time if you are intending to sign up to these events. I mean, why is he signing up to them then in the first place? I mean, I think he's going by volume. If he signs up often enough and long enough, surely at some point he's going to get lucky enough to get deep into the tournament, but it's not been happening. Yeah, well, that was a pretty lame excuse about field of view because, you know, anybody who plays VP4 knows how to fix the field of view. You get the settings and change it, set it to default, or whatever you have it set at. That is a pretty weak excuse. Now, this 7-ball go, I don't think it does. Well, it certainly doesn't go past the 9. So Stubb might have a chance here. Anyway, welcome to Interchange X. I don't think that's cover. I think there's an edge there. So again, Stubb can get away from this. But he's got to get a full length in this cue ball. That's much better. That's much, much better. Now it's difficult for Coldest Pillow. This is not easy, judging this cue ball and connection with this 7-ball. I don't care what player it is. It just makes life more difficult. And I don't think he's going to get cover in that. You see, that's what happens. I mean, okay, he's left a thin cut, and Stubb's going to be running loose all over the place here. This could scratch the side, this cue ball. It could go anywhere. But he's okay. And again, that really came about from Stubb getting better length than his safety. Simple as that. It forced the error from Coldest Pillow. Well, another consolation rack really for Stubb. 9 racks to 3. 8-ball has gone. And these balls have split really good, apart from the 1-ball, which has just died a death behind the 10. Now, again, he can easily play a push and leave an edge of that 10-ball or whatever. I don't know what pocket he's called this in, but it looks as if he's given it a blast. Yeah. Yeah, he's trying all sorts of daft stuff. Well, that side pocket's in the way, I think, is it not? Trying to nip this 1-ball in. Come across with this 2. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He had loads of room. He just left it a wee bit short, but if he'd gone any further, he'd have been interfering with that 9-ball. Oh, he's had a rub there. He's had a rub there off that 7-ball. Well, I've been waiting for a long time, and I'm still waiting, because these tournaments always end up taking the same sort of shape in the winner's side. You've got Cobra, you've got Albinario, you know, you've now got Spectred on over the 1-loss side, because eventually one of them's going to end up over there, but who's going to come through in this tournament and take it away from one of them? Who's going to... Is Spectre Dawn going to come through and win it? Is Interchange X going to hold himself together and go through straight to the final? Is anybody going to actually put their head above the parapet and actually win this damn thing and stop the likes of Albinario and Cobra? Because right now, Albinario or Cobra's name is on this tournament. It's up to you guys to step up to the plate. That is probably an American joke, that, because I don't know who Nancy Kerrigan is. I take, is she some sort of politician, or is she a local hooker? I don't know. I don't know what the joke is. You're going to have to write that out in triplicate so I can understand it. Anyway, Coldest Pillow's been given ball in hand. He's is he going to try and get a little nudge in that 7 and hold for the 5? You're right, he is. Oh, he's maybe hampered though. He's maybe hampered. Yeah, he doesn't have to do anything though. He just has to roll the 5 in, and he should be out. 7 ball. Well, you get a bus through there. The 7 ball goes no problem. Oh, is she a skater? Ah. And what was it? What was the story with her? Did she not try to murder somebody or something like that? To take out the others. Ah, right. I think I remember that story. Oh, VP Monster's been sitting quiet in the background. Good evening, good afternoon. And good evening to Larry. Don't tell me you're out of Friday Night 9 Ball already, Larry. Or are you just waiting between matches? Well, I think has he got partial cover? No, he hasn't. Well, Stubb will be going all out for the bank. No doubt about that. It looks pretty good for the bank. He's melted it, and it's gone south. And Coldest Pillow is going to edge ever closer. Well, you know, let's be honest, guys. I'm not really surprised at this scoreline because Stubbs went downhill in his last 2 matches. And it would be some sort of overnight miracle if he was suddenly going to find the shots, read the angles, and find any level of consistency. And it really isn't a surprise. I don't know. I can't remember where I put that in, either off of Streamlabs or that bot Rex. I can't remember. I think Larry's up to about level 2 or 3. Yeah, Stubbs just giving it a bang. But he can just nip this 2 ball down bottom right and hold for the 3. 3's wide open. And then there's a gap where that 2 ball's sitting where the 4 ball will go. Now, has that got the legs? Not quite, and not the line either. Well, I wonder if anybody's going to stay up and keep Larry company in his match. Well, tomorrow morning my time, 7 AM my time. That'll be like 1 AM in the morning for quite a few people in the States if they're hanging around. Well, that's provided his opponent shows up. So Coldest Pillow should stay well into the table for this 6 ball. Give him a good angle. And now he doesn't want to mess with the 9 ball. And he's judged that reasonably good. Yeah, you wouldn't have given Stubb 10 racks if you'd been watching any of his other matches. Not really. Especially that his match 2 matches ago. I mean, the match he had to get here, his opponent just wasn't good enough to take any advantage at all, and Stubb was giving him loads and loads of chances. So as soon as you step up that quality a little bit more, Stubbs ended up getting punished like he should have in his other matches and didn't. So there's a miss from Coldest Pillow. And again, Stubbs just playing uncontrolled stuff. That 2-ball went if he just held the cue ball. I mean, it still goes here. And now he's at a bump and he's got lucky. The bump's held him in the gap. Well, we'll give Stubb a target of 5 to get to. And again, this is now dodgy. If he's going to let this run and spin, he's going to come down short side, left side of this 8-ball. He doesn't want it to go too low. And I think he's played that well enough. He's judged the pace pretty good. Again, just getting himself stuck to the rail, though. It just means he's got to do that wee bit more with the cue ball. Now, he doesn't want to let this run into the 9. Aye, that's why he's avoiding it. But he should be good to go now. Well, we're all anticipating that. We're all anticipating the plug getting pulled when it gets down to the wire. So, Coldest pillow on the hill, Stubb on 4. He's got at least 1 ball, and there's another ball gone. 3 ball has gone. What else has gone? 3 ball and the 8 ball. So this is going to go, needs to bounce. I think he's bounced high enough. You know, maybe he's trying to play fast and loose to get a rhythm. Just quickly sight the shots and blast at them. I don't know. I don't know whether he's got any sort of tactic. Well, again, this needs to be stunned or he can run forward. Now, well, he's got to watch how he comes off this 9 ball. I mean, he can hold off this. He looks as if he's at the moment. Well, he is going to dig in. You see these. See again, he's trying to be cute, and he's got lucky. He's done what a lot of players have done. He's cutting these balls to the long rail, cutting them away from the. Cutting them to the short rail, away from the long rail. Now we're going to get a bit of messing about. It won't be that long, though, I don't think. Somebody's bound to make a mistake sooner or later, just a bit like that. That sort of mistake, that was really, really poor. I don't know why. Coldest Pillow's a bit of a naive numpty if he wants to sit there and have a conversation with Stubb. And now some guy called Chris is getting involved as well. But anyway, is Stubb going to pull the plug? He'll do it now. Well, maybe the $1,000 fine. Ah, he's bailed. There we go. It's all over. So well done to Coldest Pillow. A comfortable win. And now he's stuck in the room for 5 minutes until it times out. So now all we need to do is confirm what's left, and what is left is Larry against Demon. And that will be, well, that's 8 AM in the morning his time, so it's not bad that. For if it's before he's going to work, might be his weekend off. Anyway, so if we look at the bracket, on the one-loss side, we can see Bedheads lined up with Spectre Dawn. We will see that Coldest Pillow is going to play Tommy in that next round. Matt is waiting on the winner of that match with Larry and Demon. And of course, what's the final deadline for the... I can't see the date in that. March the 16th. That's the deadline for the final. Right, so you've got Interchange X already through. 1, 2, 3, 1. He's through to round 5. And then, of course, that match with Cobra and Albinario has up until the 24th to be arranged to see who's going to play Interchange X. So that is that. Let's have a quick look at Friday Night 9 Ball and see how that's shaping up. No, that's wrong. That's the wrong bloody tab I've hit. Or the wrong link. That's better. Well, that's good. They had 15 in. Right. Oh no, I must have read it wrong. No, they didn't. They only get like 8 in. Or 7 in. Why did I think they get 15 in? They only get half the field. So there would have been, what, 1 bye or whatever. So, Larry's already sitting in the final. Oh no, he's not. He's sitting in the hot seat, waiting to play either Slim or Stefan. So Stefan has got work to do. He's 4-1 behind. So that's enough prattling from me. It is all but over for me tonight. I'm off to try and catch some of that snooker. If you want to keep up with that Friday Night 9 Ball, get yourself over to Keep Slim company on the Twitch channel. But from me, I'm going to bid you good night, and I will see you no doubt at some point in the future. Until then, take care. We'll see you later, guys.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.